Are you interested in getting with Navy Federal? Or are you interested in getting with Penn Fed Credit Union? Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you the pros and cons, the difference between the two, and also we're going to do a 5-round battle to see which one is the best credit union of them all. Guys, stay tuned. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, I'm Credit Coach Q, and I created the first cloud-based software that allows you to put your credit repair experience into your own hands. If you're new to the channel, I'm super excited because I have a banger. In today's video, I'm going to show you the difference in the pros and the cons with Navy Federal and Penn Fed, and we're going to do a 5-round boxing credit match that allows you to see the difference between the two and see which one is better, and you make the decision to see exactly which one is the better option for you. But before we get into the video, guys, please like and subscribe to the channel. It allows us to actually reach a wider audience and allows YouTube to push this content within the algorithm and allows us to keep these lights on. Guys, please like and subscribe to the channel. Now let's dive into the meat and potatoes. I am excited for this video because it is with two of some of my favorite institutions in the credit union space, Penn Fed and Navy Federal. Penn Fed and Navy Federal is the first and second largest credit unions in this country, and I think that this video is very relevant, especially considering that Navy Federal is probably one of the most famous institutions currently when it comes to giving out high limits. So let's dive straight in. Okay, so the first round of boxing credit, or whatever you want to call it, is going to be the building credit portion. So the number one round is going to be building credit. So let's start with Penn Fed. So Penn Fed is not an institution that tailored to the introductory consumer that's getting into the credit building space. They don't really have any secure products. I didn't see any on the website. I didn't see any secured credit cards, anything like that. Now, a secured card allows you to use your capital as leverage to build relationships, meaning that you will put a $200 down, you will get a $200 credit card, and over a while you get your $200 back, and the relationship is set, and you can build that relationship and that momentum to go forward with future lines of funding. But when it comes to Penn Fed, they are not really tailoring that process. I wouldn't recommend anyone apply for any of their products if you have less than a 640. If you have less than a 640, I wouldn't recommend for you to apply for their products because you're probably going to get denied. Like I said, they don't have any type of introductory products. So we're going to give Penn Fed a 3 out of 5 when it comes to building credit. Now, let's talk about Navy Federal. Navy Federal is a little different. They're dramatically different. Navy Federal tailored to introductory credit builders. They want the consumer that that's starting the journey over. They allow you to put yourself in a position to get a large line of credit without having a super solid credit profile. They tailored to the introductory clients. So I've seen clients get approved for $15,000, $20,000, $25,000 Navy Federal credit cards with a 600 credit score. Seriously, just by building a relationship with them and allowing them to see exactly your new track history when it comes to payments, and going off that, they do have a lot of secure cards where they have one secure card, but that one secure card is very powerful if you know how to use it. You can use that one secure card as a building block to go forward with any future credit funding with that institution. So Navy Federal is going to get a 5 out of 5 with building credit. They are not called the House of High Limits for no reason, and they tailor to the introductory credit builder. So 5 out of 5 for Navy Federal. Let's talk about easy approval. So that is going to be our 2-round match. So the first round went with Navy Federal, obviously. The first round is for Navy Federal, and the second round is for easy approvals. The easy approvals is for actually getting within the institution. So getting within the institution with Penn Fed is fairly easy, honestly, guys. You can go on the website and you can put your general information in is really simple. It's really not that hard. The deposit limit, the deposit minimum is around the same that most credit or bank institution have, which is around $25-50, and you don't have to go through a long underwriting process for getting approved for a PenFed credit card, or not getting approved for a PenFed account. And you can start, you can start with some bank accounts, which is some savings, and some checking accounts, and you can use that momentum to actually go into some of their credit line accounts after you've been with them for a while. Okay, so PenFed is going to get a 5 out of 5. They're fairly easy to get approved for, and it doesn't require a stringent underwriting process for getting it within the institution. 5 out of 5 for PenFed. Navy Federal is completely different. Navy Federal does not tailor to a wider demographic like a PenFed. Navy Federal audience is more tailored for consumers that has relationship with the military. So you can have been in the military, or have a spouse in the military, have family in the military, and Navy Federal will allow you within the institution. But if you don't have any relationship, you cannot just walk into Navy Federal and get an account. Like I said, it's tailored for military personnel, and you have to have some familiarity with them. Now, I do have a video right here that's going to give you an instruction on how to get a Navy Federal account. I've never been in the military. My spouse is not in the military, but I still have a Navy Federal account. I have it for many years now, and this video is going to give you an indication on how to get approved for Navy Federal. I just told my story. My stepdad was in the military, and he raised me, and they allowed me to get the account. So watch the video and see exactly how to get approved for the Navy Federal account. But if you don't watch the video, you're probably going to find it hard to get approved for a Navy Federal account. So in that regard, Navy Federal is going to get a 2.5. We're going to give them a 3 out of 5 for the easy approvals for Navy Federal. So round 2 is going to go with PenFed. PenFed is going to win round 2 for easy approvals. Now, round 3. Round 3 is for liquidating your lines of credit with the institution. So what that basically means is allowing you to basically pull cash from the line of credit that is extended to you from either institution. Now, PenFed is great with this. Actually, they are probably one of the best in the industry because they allow you to liquidate 100% of the credit lines that you have available to you. So if you have 60,000 available, they allow you to pull 60,000 out. A lot of institutions, most institutions have a percentage or a fraction of what you can pull out from the entire liquidity from the actual line of credit. PenFed allow you 100%. They don't have any fee outside of the APR fee, and they are great in regards to for you to be able to liquidate and use some of that capital for leverage. A lot of times you run into roadblocks, so you have to pull out multiple cash advances just because you hit a wall with a reserve for how much you can pull out for an individual credit card, which put you in a position to pull out more money from more credit cards, which ultimately pays more fees. So this is great. PenFed is going to get a 5 out of 5 with being able to liquidate their credit cards. Navy Federal is not like that normally. They do have ratios. I think the ratio that you can pull up from is around 2/3. I really don't do a lot of cash advances. I think the ratio you can pull from is around 2/3 of what you have available. So you can still pull out a relatively high amount, but they do have some cash advance fees for some of the products that they do have. Some of them they don't. Most of them I don't think they do have a lot of cash advance fees, but you still are limited for the amount of cash that you can actually liquidate from these credit these credit lines or these credit cards. So Navy Federal is going to get a 3 out of 5 for being able to liquidate your credit lines. Round 4 is going to be approval limits, right? So the institution is as good as how much they allow you to borrow, right? So in this case, round 4 is going to basically break down the differences between the different approvals. For instance, PenFed does not give large approvals like a Navy Federal. PenFed normal, their approvals are not that bad. The approvals are ranging from 50, 40,000, but I don't see any of those high limits that's closer to the 100,000 mark that allows you to leverage larger lines of credit. So PenFed, they do have large lines of credit over the 10, 15K mark, but they do not have the larger lines once you get over that 60K mark. They usually have a cap to how much you're able to borrow with their signature cards. So PenFed is going to get 3 out of 5 with this one. PenFed is not really something that blew my mind in regards to the limits that they are extending to their consumers. Navy Federal, it's a little different. Navy Federal actually give you high approval. They are called the House of High Limits for a reason. Like I said, they are known for allowing their consumers that really doesn't have a lot of credibility with their credit profile to get $15,000, $25,000 credit lines just off building a proper relationship with them. So Navy Federal credit cards goes up to $80,000. So there is almost unlimited funding when it comes to Navy Federal. Once you build the credibility with them, once you build credibility with Navy Federal, you can really write your ticket when it comes to how much you are willing to extend to yourself or ask to borrow. So Navy Federal is going to get a 5 out of 5 when it comes to the approval limits. So Navy Federal is going to win round 4. Round 5. Round 5 is going to be upward mobility, right? You want to be able to put yourself in a position in any relationship where you are able to move upward. And that can be a job, that can be a spouse, that can be, in this case, a relationship with a bank. You want to put yourself in a position where you can move upward in relatively quick, where you don't have to, where you can build credibility and start getting to the tiers of funding that you actually deserve. So PenFed actually allows you to build a relationship. They are a relationship institution, but they really steal a lot of the decisions from your credit profile. So if you have been with PenFed for 2 years, it's still a high probability that you get denied if your profile is in the toilet, just because they weigh a large decision of how they're going to approve you from your credit profile. So PenFed is going to get a 3 out of 5 for upper mobility, just because the credit profile has to be so strong that that's the only way you can actually move upward and actually get some of the products that actually have some perks. Navy Federal, not so much. Like I said, Navy Federal tailored to the beginners. So it's always good to find an institution like a Navy Federal where you can build a relationship and let the snowball go down the mountain and get bigger and bigger and bigger. Navy Federal tailored to introductory clients. So the upper mobility opportunity is definitely there. Like I said, once you season the account with Navy Federal and show Navy Federal that you are able to maintain high limits, you can write your ticket. Navy Federal have so many different products. They have debt consolidation products, home loan, car loan, business funding, you name it. And like I said, they are the House of High Limits, where they will extend higher and higher and higher limits with different various of products, with different various of funding, with different various of transitions. So it's always good to put yourself in a position like a Navy Federal. Navy Federal is going to get a 5 out of 5 with this particular round. Now, if you tally up all of the rounds, Navy Federal will obviously win, but the ultimate goal is to get both accounts. You want to build relationships not with just one credit bureau or one credit union or just one creditor. You want to build as many relationships as possible, and where you can write your ticket with any creditor and you don't have to worry about actually getting approved or disapproved for any application. Both institutions are great. They both have a lot of value that they can actually bring to the consumer. It's up to you to figure out which product is best for you and which institution is good for you to start off with. Guys, if you found any of this information helpful, please, like I said, like and subscribe to the channel. It allows us to actually get pushed within the algorithm and allows this content to be pushed to a wider audience as well. In the comments, let me know exactly your experiences and your direction in regards to these institutions, whether you're interested in going with Navy Federal or PenFed or both. I'm interested in learning about your personal experience. Guys, until next time, take care of your credit and take care of yourself. Credit Coach Q out.